working, and so we should look to see how we can make a positive impact going forward. So you're here representing your companies. You're just one person who's charged with everything. And I've heard the vision of your company. That's what I've heard delivered. But I didn't hear, I heard you say numbers, but I didn't hear what the measurement was. I didn't hear you say that our goal for this year was, last year we issued out $20 million or $20,000 and to new minority businesses, and or to businesses who utilize new minority businesses. Because then you're still achieving the same goal, having your resources go to help minorities get started. We felt like that was very effective for us when we were spending a couple $1 billion building what we built here. We mandated that they had to bring people on board, and they had to take some social economic risk on their company. Yes, they had to be, the companies had to be good, they had to be able to have a track record for delivering. And we built the fastest square footage ever in New England, at least in New England. I forgot what the total square footage was, without any deaths or any major accidents on the project. But for me, what I wanted to hear, or at least what I want to leave you with, is, and I'd like to hear too from you, what is your measurement for each of your companies for what was your, usually the company at the end of the year or near the end of the year, they know about what they're going to do and what numbers they're going to report to the public or to Wall Street. And so then they're always giving new predictions, what they plan to achieve for next year or for the next 3 years to 5 years. So people will invest in them and they can, grow their stock prices. What do you have for your company as a measurement? What was your target? What was it? Was it new business? Was it a dollar amount? Was it using vendors, like you said, who we always use, we can depend on, and they have to then bring new business, share some of their wealth or the money they're receiving from us? Because companies there are companies who I know who look for minority companies because then they can get a write-off. So they can still give the same bid of $20 million, receive the bid, because they have their connections in the government and everywhere else, we know the game, receive the bid, but then they're getting an even better write-off because they're getting a credit back from the government for using the company. So in your companies, are you helping educate the people who you normally use on where they can find monies for doing social economic investing, reinvesting back into the community? Do you do that? Do you help the companies, the vendors you use? Do you educate them how they can get credits for using minorities? If not, maybe that's where you want to channel some of your research and development monies for next year with your company, is to try to identify what breaks are out there for new for companies who use minority companies, so you can tell the people who you depend on to provide you the service, knowing that we're all going to take a little risk. That's one question. The other question is then, what is the targets, what you have for your company, so we know that you really do have targets? Because I'm hearing you say, well, the numbers, but I didn't hear what your goal was you set as a company up front. And then how did you do? And then what do you plan to do about it next year? If you reached them, are you going to be, what new goals are you going to set for next year? If you didn't, what did you do wrong, and how are you going to address it